All right, this is recording 624. 624. I have several crimes to report that Gene Roberts and her Manson occult committed. Some of these are internationally and some of them are nationally here in the United States. You're going to be able to tell that she committed these crimes as I go through them with you. But one of the things is when I realized that it happened, this first crime that I'm about to report to you, by the time I'm sorry, she's stalling my speech. I didn't make a report the same night, which was yesterday. I put her terror threats that she makes online. And then I was like, I can't make reports tonight, which you guys already know that I can't, it takes a lot to make reports. It takes a lot out of me, but I'm not going to stop making reports against Gene Roberts and her Manson occult. She has got to be arrested. And as you can see, she's got people hiding everywhere. So what this led to was her typical usual criminal behavior, which was about 24 hours of her off racketing her crimes. So I'm pretty sure I'm seeing, well, let me go through the crime with you and then I'll talk to you a little bit more about it. Okay, so the first one to report is the protest in Kathmandu. Okay, so Kathmandu is spelled Kathmandu. So a couple things that you want to know here is math. Okay, so she's making a reference to Ted Kaczynski. Okay, now internationally, as you guys know, she commits crime and she does this two different ways. She uses artificial intelligence on people to control them. She's using that on people everywhere. And I know you guys already know that. Another approach she does is snuggling up to you and pretending to be your very best friend. And another thing that she does is she incites people. And I hate using the word incite because it's so offensive, but like I told you, she tries to work your emotions. She tries to get you upset. And then she tries to fuel your anger fire so you become able to be manipulated by her. And then, of course, she's there and she's your hero. And it may come from people, all of a sudden you've got all kinds of people around you that just all of a sudden care about you. Where were you before? Where did you come from? So you've got to really, 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 really check on who your connections to people are, okay? Because her Manson occult is hiding everywhere. And what she does is she rackets crime. She commits the crime and then she runs off acting like the hero. So she made a threat. I was out back smoking a couple days ago and she made a threat. She goes, and that's for Kathy, is what she said. And she's communicating to me in AI, in mental telepathy. Whoever's trying to control my speech, please stop. People that have been listening and paying attention for 9 years now, especially with all the audio for over a year now, stop trying to control and manipulate my speech. The people that are trying to control and manipulate my speech are the ones that are committing these crimes. It looks like it is protesters, but it is Gene Roberts Manson occult underneath it doing it. So they are the ones to blame. And they're the ones that are trying to control my speech. Okay, so people that have been following along this whole time know everything. Okay, so cut the crap, all of you. Gene Roberts is from Milton, Florida. She's 77. She is the leader of Charles Manson. And it is comprised of, her Manson occult is huge. And it's comprised of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. You have everything, so I don't have to go through all the recordings with you again, but you already know that. So anyway, so she's telling me this in mental telepathy, and she said it real snotty. They're really, really, really snotty, super snotty. And she goes, that's for Kathy. And I was like, oh, that's for Kathy. And I put quotes around the Kath. So CLD code around CATH. And then also you can add in catheter, catheters in there too. Oh my God, catheter. She's blanking my brain. Your thing in the computer screen, which makes your computer screen, the colors funny, the catheter. Can't remember the word for it now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, she's like said that into my brain today while I was at work. She was just on in my brain in mental telepathy with all her people, just showing off like she was just going to get the heck away with everything. And I'm like, I'm going to take that, what you just said, telling on yourself, and I'm going to make a report against you. So you can add that to it. So see all code on Kath. Okay. So, anyway, then I find out that she did this demonstration. She's wanting to exhibit. She tried to control and manipulate and maybe cause. I don't know because I don't live there. I don't know the details of what's going on. But like I said, if you're frustrated and you're angry, then she's right there to like fuel your fire and work you over as long as you like do it her way. So it looks like you guys are wise to it, that the protest, see, she's controlling my speech again, that the protest was hijacked. So, but again, you still want to pay attention to who's warning you that the protest was hijacked, because it could be her trying to racket you. So you want to like be leery, because this woman, Jean Roberts, and her people are sneaky, very, 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 very sneaky. And they're very, very, very arrogant. Like, they'll go to your face and brag to you that they committed a crime and then tell you it was somebody else, and then like lie to you straight to your face and then be like, I don't know, like they'll just act like, like it was someone else and they don't know what's going on, and they'll just give you everything and how to. So just be very leery of this, and it's going on everywhere in the United States of America. So in the United States of America, it's all over. But from my personal experience, all I can say is when I was just recently visiting Washington, like I said in previous recordings, and when I previously was in Chicago, I was there on a layover in mental telepathy and AI. I mean, there's a lot more control. People in the United States are very wise to Jean Roberts. Now here in Tulsa where I'm at, it's like a bubble, because that's where her terror hub is. It is a bubble of Charles Manson out white peopling their butts off to every network they possibly can. Just a little while ago, I had got home, and all those sound effects of doors slamming, car doors slamming, she does that all the time. Like dropping mic, she slams doors like she's doing it like synchronized. And I'm just like, oh my God, if somebody doesn't arrest them. So whoever was making that sound effect, that would be Charles Manson. Those would be the perps that are guilty for all of the death and destruction. And they are very proud and very arrogant, and they swear to God they get away with anything. And no, they don't. They're turned in. I'm turning in the leader, Jean Roberts, the Central Intelligence Agency. That's their job to figure out who all arrests are, but they're pretty easy to figure out now. I mean, just go on arrogance alone. But you guys already know that. So anyway, so also human is in there. So Then also, this is the Himalayan nation. Now, this is not the first time she's committed crimes in using the Himalayans, because she can pun the name Himalayan so easily. I've turned her in for committing crimes here before, so I know she has an occult pocket there. So this would go to that same occult pocket that hijacked this protest, that may be the same ones warning you that it was hijacked. You have to be very careful. I mean, they're very, 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 very sneaky. And then the Prime Minister, KP Sharma Oli. So Oli is one of Jean's favorite words, short for olive. And then Sharma, she's using Sharon Tate and then everything else that she does with all of that. She actually killed Sharon Tate. Sharon Tate is, as you know, one of Jean Roberts' murder victims, and she stole her identity. And I remind her of that daily. She's not getting away with anything with me. I'll keep turning her in. So let me see what else. That was the big one. And then also, the suspects detained for looting a bank in New Baneshore. Okay, so you can tell again, Jean did this very much so because she's making a reference to Bash's, which is a grocery store in the Southwest United States, here in the Southwest United States. But I'm in the Midwest. She's going to clip and stitch my recording. But, I mean, everybody has my full recording. It goes online, so I don't know why she bothers. And then also she's using the word shower. And then also Bain Capital. She's making a reference to that. So Bain Capital is a company that belongs to Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney ran for president here in the United States of America. I think he is a Republican senator, and he is a Mormon. So she feels like it's safe. And Jean Roberts is known. I've turned her in for this. For you guys know, she robbed the cartel too. She's robbed the FBI. She robs banks. She robs ATMs. I mean, you guys know this. So, she felt like it would be like safe, okay, to commit this act and use Mitt Romney's company. Now, Jean Roberts claims she's a Mormon. She is not a Mormon. You guys know who Charles Manson is. She's not a Mormon at all. But like I said, she feels like the United States government is going to cover her, and they're not. Okay, so then there's more connection here. You can see Lolita in here. There's so much you can see in here. It's what I call adjective. It's just more of what she's been doing, the same thing. She's using Trivago. She's using so then when I left work, remember I told you she does everything high and does everything low. Okay, so her attacking Kathmandu would be the major crime, and then here in Tulsa, she caused another car accident. She committed another car accident by wrecking two people's vehicles. Okay, and I'm a victim of this. She wrecked my car and she wrecked another person's car. She likes to break people's cars down. She likes to wreck cars. And if you confront her, it's always everybody else's fault. She didn't do anything. So on my way home from work, there was... Oh, wait, no, this doesn't go to Kathmandu. This goes to another crime that she committed, which is the cargo that overturned in California. So this doesn't go to that. So that's all I have for the Kathmandu one. And then I'm going to pick up on the next recording and do the overturned cargo.